Nick,
What's up?
nothing.
What's
Somebody
going
wrote,
on?
your perception is that the show will run smoothly and that Nick will freeze. That's how much faith they have in you and your internet in a
My
can,
internet is
in the can,
infallible.
internet in a can ability. What's going on?
I had the top IT guys in the country, actually in the Muskegon County,
Top five IT guys on East Lake Avenue,
on West. We're on
West
West.
Lake Avenue.
Yep. So yeah, it's last week was fine. There was no freezing. There was no hiccups. There was no nothing.
There's no
So
freezing in podcasting.
no, it's like the show's gonna run smooth as I don't know what's smooth butter, nicely sanded wood paneling.
Like my Intel 5000 smooth.
Hey, I heard you might have gotten a new Intel, by the
I
way.
did. I did. One of our listeners, excuse me, um, messaged me, Steve. I'm going to be terrible. Huffaker, Scott Huffaker, and messaged me that he found one, and we are going to
Wow.
work out a deal.
Wow.
Hmm.
That's much
So,
nicer than I would have been.
yeah, I know. Well, it's not your nature, but
It's the
so
source, really. I'm nice to most everybody, just not you.
yeah, we were talking about last night at league about my personality and how much I love interacting with people.
Right. Yeah, as
It's
you
just
got a tattoo on
overwhelming.
your forehead that says
It's
go away.
overwhelming. Oh, it's overwhelming the amount of interaction I have with people.
He said you got his name right. Scott says you got his name perfectly right. He's watching right now.
Good. See how easy that was for me? So I got Steve wrong. Scott. I'll call him
Yeah.
Steve.
He only got your name wrong. That's fine. Hey, but the last name, A
I got it
plus.
right.
Good job. Good job. Oh, Ian's in the chat.
No, there's no basketball today?
No, you know what? You know what's gonna be funny, Ian, is one day, just like Phil's leg lamp, something's gonna arrive for you. You don't know when it'll be or
For
what it'll be.
Ian? Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
and you don't
Yeah.
know. You won't know who it's from,
We should try to
but
get him
it'll
one of
be.
those huge cardboard cutouts of
I'm gonna find.
17.
I'm gonna find him the most inexpensive WNBA jersey I could find in his size. I think he's probably like a 2X. I know he
Yeah,
likes.
yeah. He's a big boy, though. I mean, he's not, he's muscular. He's
Yeah,
a workout guy.
is he?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Exactly.
he's gonna get a new jersey someday.
He hasn't been posting too many awards because I think his game is slipping.
I've seen him post a couple. He's
Yeah.
Mister. I'm gonna try a new ball in every game type
I like
player.
when he does that. It's pretty impressive that you can do that.
Yeah,
Make sure they thank the lane man for that one, by the way, because anywhere you bowl, you can do that. It's pretty impressive.
yeah. The only way I'm gonna like share those kind of things where he does all
Yeah,
three bowling balls is if he's holding all three in his hands at once.
that's true.
Trying to
He can do
trade
that,
of all three.
right? So last night we bowled league, and the general manager of the of Astro Bowl is a huge Astros fan. And we had the perfect scenario. We bowled them, and the Yankees played the Astros. We beat them, and the Yankees beat the Astros. So I hit the exacta last night. Us, Radical, and the Yankees parlay was perfect.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
was,
It
what was
wasn't
the
even
line?
close.
What was the line on that one?
Well, they were favored. They had a better team than us,
Oh, I that I
allegedly.
don't that I don't disagree with.
And then I'm just going to ignore that. And then the Yankees were favored last night, but it was a 10-3 drubbing, and they were all excited about Verlander's pitching. Verlander, oh, we get our pitchers back. We're going to be in the hunt. We're right there. We're only last year when the Yankees were suffering. All I heard was, "You guys are dead. You have no chance." Blah blah blah. Now,
Just you wait, AL West.
I know it's really weak. That's the only thing. The AL East is a
There,
little different.
I think the Mariners are tops in the division right now, like two
Yeah,
games over 500,
I
maybe.
think so. Yeah, I'm going to look real quick.
So
It's
they're
not good.
they're they're not really out of it, and
I
they get to
know.
play.
I
They
know.
get to play the Angels and the A's many times this year.
The Astros are 12. The Astros are 12 and 23.
Hey, if you reverse that, I think that's the Yankees and the
Yankees.
Dodgers too. I think the Dodgers are
Yeah.
24 and
Well, the Rangers are 21 and 16. They're in first, and the Seattle Mariners are 20 and 16 back already.
yeah, it's early.
They could be out of it mathematically by July.
Oh, someone got a senior carry shirt. Bob said he got a senior carry shirt. That's awesome. That one's been picking up steam. Oops, don't call me, that's the wrong one. Yeah, Bob, he got his senior carry shirt.
There you go.
Yep, I'm going to be wearing mine tonight in the video I'm dropping later on my channel. I saw a couple guys out there, Packy and Justin, bowling on no oil. Like they challenge a bunch of people to bowling on a strip lane. Run the machine, strip the lane, and then bowl a game. See what you can shoot. And
I see you got your bingo thing came in the mail finally, huh?
I did. I got a full size bingo with the balls are big. They're ping pong balls. And
Was the bath bomb and the lavender candles in the box?
No, those got lost in shipment. Those got lost in the train derailment. I gotta post a link.
Yeah, talk about the link a little bit. We're gonna do a link, the Woo Box. You put your name in when he posts it. You put your name in, and at the end we spin the wheel for all these wonderful prizes. And if you're still in the show, you let us know. You have 90 seconds to do that. And then we spin the wheel. And if you like the prize, you say, I like it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't like the prize, you say, I don't like it. And we'll spin again and give you another chance. You can trade your first gift for the second one if you'd like. For instance, if you want a pair of shoes, $200 something pair of shoes. And you say, nah, I have shoes. Who needs shoes? And then you spin again and you get a grip sack.
Hey, for all we know, he didn't slide. Maybe he just planted. Maybe he wears a custom set of street shoes.
Could be, for all we know. Whoever that, if that happened, hypothetically.
Hypothetically. I mean, that would be the only way to throw back a brand new pair of shoes of your choice.
Yeah, it's hypothetically.
Like, yeah, I don't wear ball shoes.
Let's do a practice spin. I'm going to take the ever popular grip sack this time.
Oh, you're taking grip sack.
What's grip sack's been coming in like crazy? I think you got it loaded.
I'm taking chamois then. You get out. It's just like a slot machine. You get off the slot machine, I'm jumping right on.
And you're going to jump right on it to try to hit it.
Yeah. And it's going to be jackpot. All right, here we go.
You got his hands up.
Yellow. Come on.
Grip sack. No. I'm telling you, see, it's fixed. I've been saying it's fixed forever. No one believes me. How is that possible?
If it was truly fixed, you wouldn't be giving away 3-ball arsenals twice in 1 year.
Once in a while, you got to, it's like people. That's people that go to the slot machines and go, "This machine is due."
Well, technically, they are.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. Each machine and each denomination on that machine has a personal accounting regulated by the State Gaming Commission, and they have to pay out a certain amount.
Correct. But the certain amount could have been paid out over the course of 10 cents a spin forever.
It could have been, no, that's not usually how they work. If you've ever played slot machines, it's just they take, and then one lucky schmuck comes up, puts in $20, and on the first reel, he gets $5,000 jackpot, and then the machine's good for like another 3-4 months.
Or years.
Whatever it is.
So I don't know if I ever told you, my dad, before he passed away, lived in Vegas when they retired. And he used to bowl at the Gold Coast. He bowled league. Yeah. And when he was done league, he would get a couple of bucks and go play whatever the jumbo slot machine is. I don't know what they call it anymore.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
The one that pays all
the monstrosity?
Mega, no, not the big one. The one of the big payout, Mega something or other. And he's walking up to the bay. There's like 4 machines there. When you come out of the bowling center, you made a left.
Megabucks, right? Megabucks?
Yeah, something like that. And he walks up, and a lady walks up, and the two of them go and sort of pick a chair, and the lady picks the chair next. She hits for $1.2 million.
Damn, that's cool to see, though. You don't see that ever.
I'd have stolen a machine, but
wow.
But I mean, you walk up, and I could have went to that chair, and you went to this one. What's the difference, right?
What's the difference, right? Well, maybe you get that feeling. Maybe the lady had a feeling. She's like, "This one's due."
I I had a lady do that with me in, I don't know which one it was, when we had the one of the shows I went to out in Vegas. I sat down and she sat next to me, and I had walked up and just sat down. And she sat next to me, and 2 spins later, she got all of those balls that come up, and you got to fill the thing. And she got $17,000.
Wow.
So I stabbed her with a pencil.
Wow. No, you did not.
I didn't do that, but you know,
You probably
the
just said,
slot
"Hey, good job." You just said "good job" and then cursed her on your way out back to the room.
yeah, I told her she had the wrong pin to spin access.
See, I don't have to worry about that because when I go to Vegas, I just sit at the nickel machine, and if somebody
know.
hits for a big one, I'm like, "Oh, cool, you got $50. Congrats."
Yeah,
You know? Good
exactly.
job.
You bring some cigars when you go this year?
No,
Why not?
I don't smoke.
I thought you smoked cigars the one time you won all that money. You
Nuh-uh.
lied?
No, I don't smoke. How about some striking news?
Boy, am I confused. Yeah, let's talk about some striking news.
Dun, 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 boop, 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 boop.
Striking news. Let's talk about the first thing we'll talk about that Shannon Pulowski won the Twin City Open.
Yep, first event of the year. Cashed
Yeah.
$20,000 using
pretty
the
big.
Purple Hammer.
Is that legal on the women's tour?
let me check with my sources over there at the PWBA. They'll send me an information right here.
That ball is legal in a lot of places, isn't it?
It's still legal.
Still legal. And it's amazing how that ball is still legal in a tournament that's the women's tour sponsors or owned by the USBC, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which is the governing body of bowling.
Sure.
They allow the ball to be used in their tournament. Apparently, it doesn't get soft. I guess.
Yeah, they said it's legal.
Apparently not.
Well,
so anyway,
apparently not.
Could read softer, but it's not soft.
It could measure softer.
It's like a car on ice. It's, tires aren't bald.
Yeah.
So what happened during that tournament, which was really interesting?
Yeah. This was I was in the chat. I was watching it live. And yes. And it was the first match. And Verdi just couldn't miss with the urethane ball she was throwing. Front 10, just pack.
Right.
And they mentioned in like the 9th frame, that she's bowling for $10,000 bonus from Go Bowling for a 300.
So she obviously wasn't listening to the show.
Obviously not listening. I don't know if she knew that she had a $10,000 bonus on hand.
So she had the front 10.
Obviously, I don't think she knew because of what she did, but I could be wrong. So she got up in the tent, she struck.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Like, oh my gosh, 2 more strikes, $10,000. First place only pays 20. This pays half of first place prize.
Right.
She switches balls.
In the 11th frame?
To a resin ball and moves in.
On the 11th ball. No.
On the 11th ball.
Yeah, go ahead.
And moves in, strikes. Yeah. I was like,
so obviously it wasn't the last ball. It was just the 11th ball. Right. Go ahead.
Because she wanted a good, look at resin because she figured that's the way they're going to break down. She's not going to be able to stay with it with 4 other righties and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, she said she did not know. And I guess the reps didn't know either because they probably said, hey, try this other ball. And she ended up going to the face, 297.
And here goes $10,000.
A chance had. Obviously, she still had to throw shots. But
I would have liked the chances with the urethane ball, wouldn't you?
Yeah, over, a quick look of,
Yeah, she had to not know. She had to not know. That's terrible. I feel bad for her.
Someone said she did not know, and that's just wow. That's all I gotta say is there's no way you make that ball change if you got 10,000 on the line. Because
no, absolutely not.
How many weeks of expenses is that going to cover? How easy is the year going to be?
If she finishes second, she ties the winner for the prize fund for the tournament.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Or if she loses the next match, she'll still get, fourth place money plus the 10 grand.
Right, it's pretty nice.
So that's almost first place money.
Probably get a picture on the cover of the magazine too.
Field medals.
That's it. So
Yeah.
other news.
Hmm.
And I don't know. I went on the PBA website, and it may sound like we pick on them a lot, but we do.
We don't pick.
But
We don't.
their website is terrible. So I wanted to find out so we could talk a little bit today about the exempt tour that's coming up.
Yeah.
Right. So top 43 guys off the point list are exempt to the tour next year, and they get their entry fees paid every week. They bowl for free.
Very nice.
Doesn't cost them anything. And they're going to have a tour trial for 12 spots.
Bringing it back.
So you got the field for the tour trials is going to be room for 90 bowlers.
Right. 80 from the entries of the priority entries, and then 10 from a PTQ to get into the tour trials.
That's correct.
Whatever
And
the
the
overflow,
priority-
if they get there.
Right. But the priority is people in point list from 44 to 100, one national title in the last 10 years, a top 10 in their region.
Mhm.
This I don't get. The top 25 collegiate bowlers based on average.
I mean, it's a priority. They're trying to recruit, I guess. I don't know.
Well, I know, but isn't that sort of I don't know. Is there a standardization in that? You know what I mean? What can't be one place bowl on easier conditions than the other, and
I don't know how they figure if it's just a regional competition or if it's national competition only.
yeah, it didn't say again.
If it's a national competition, then they're all bowling on the same thing. Yeah.
Right, but that didn't say that. Here's one I couldn't understand: 4 new international players.
Yeah. Which 4? You.
Or if your last name is you can.
You're in.
You're in. Top 25 in points in their region.
Okay. So these are just priorities. So
in order, going down the list. So
Right.
after the top 25 collegiate players sign up and they still have room.
Then the regional guys can come.
No. That's the 4 new international guys is next.
Oh, but not
Yeah.
the regional guys.
Not the regional guys. Those are after
No.
that. The top 25.
No, they're below collegiate.
And the 4 international, yes. And here's the best one. At the end of that, any full-time PBA member. Here's the problem.
I mean, that's somebody who's just sitting on the couch, has a membership. I mean, that was me as of like
What
4
does it mean
years
by
ago.
full-time? I mean, full-time means you have to bowl a certain amount of tournaments, doesn't it?
No,
Oh,
there's
it
full
doesn't?
member, full member, and like a regional. Yeah,
So
there's
the guy
2
sitting at
different.
home going, they got 4 spots left. I'm going.
Hey, I think I'm a bowl tour trials. I'm not doing nothing that week.
So now they fill the field to 90.
Yeah.
$1,000 entry fee. If you come out of the PTQ, it's $250 plus $1,000. The PTQ happens for another 10 players. So now they got the field filled at 90. Then you bowl 48 games in 4 different centers.
Yeah.
So here's my question, which I can't find. If anybody else knows this, please tell me so I can be more knowledgeable today than I was yesterday. What is the field for the national tour next year? How
What's it
many
gonna
bowlers? Yeah, because there's no PTQ then.
Maybe there's not. You don't think there's going to be PTQ at all?
how
There's
can
got to
that
be,
be?
right?
No, everybody that comes out is
if,
exempt.
if there's 43
I see
spots,
what
is that what
you're
they're calling?
No,
And
there's
then they're only
43
gonna-
exempt, and then you take another
there's
12 more.
55.
What's
And
the field?
if it's 64,
That's what my question is. So there's room for
is
9.
it 60? Is there room for 9 coming from a weekly PTQ where they've been doing the kind of the same thing?
Correct.
Because
I
they're
got
still going to have all those people that want to compete, that want to get in the tournament, but didn't make it through tour trials and didn't do that.
So the field is going to be 64, we think. Is that what it normally is now?
I mean,
It hasn't
I don't
been
know.
that big lately.
the open tournament was only 108 in a center that could
Semi-old.
could hold 300 plus 500 plus easy.
Exactly.
What do I
was
know?
there for that. I remember that.
And
Yeah.
by the way, that gas
Yeah.
station used to sell. I don't know if they do anymore, but the last time I was there, just before COVID, and it might have started COVID, but they sell gas station lobster at that place. The gas
Where?
station
Where?
at the gas station right at Woodland Bowl. There's a
I know the
mobile-
gas station you're talking about. It's right there.
Yeah, they had a sign that said gas station lobster.
Is that above or behind gas station sushi?
I think that's nicer. I think that might be a treat. I don't know.
Wow.
Just saying.
So anyway, that's the news. for
That's
today.
all our news. That's
it. That's all I got. We'll have some more news next week. And if somebody pops in with the right answer on how big the field is going to be, we'll mention it because I don't know. It seemed to like 64 spots. Somebody wrote. So
I mean, 64 is a good number.
yeah,
Nice round number.
nice round number.
They're daring me to try the gas
I
station.
saw
lobster.
that. I saw that. Yeah, that goes along with my gumballs. Yeah.
I mean, you just go in there, you get a couple of gallons of gas,
Some
you get
antifreeze and give me that lobster.
you get a 44 ounce of Dr. Pepper with the
And
nice
the question
crushed
is,
ice, the chewy ice that you really like.
Did I have a sell-by date stamped on a lobster's tail?
I think it's already prepped, ready to go, or if it's, I don't know. I gotta try it one day. I need to go buy some butter though in aisle 4 and go melt it.
You don't think they have melted butter available along with the lobster in a little plastic container there? You don't think they're
I
still
just want to
alive
be
in the
middle
tank,
class
do you?
fancy.
You think they're alive in
Go
the
pick
tank?
your own. Hey Jim, I want this one. That one.
This one. No.
They just boil it in the popcorn
No,
maker
with
they
the
have,
hot
the big one.
dogs.
With the hot dog
Yeah,
water.
Water, right.
Put it in with the hot dog water.
Oh my God, that's crazy. Anyway, today we're going to talk a little bit. Oh, put up that thing again, the link.
What link?
The Woo Box.
Oh, the Woo Box. You're learning. All right, put it up there. Bam. We already got a lot of entries for this thing. There's people just loving the giveaways.
And that's what we do.
We do it all. We don't want anything in return. We just want our pre-stream gang, and they were there.
Right. They were there early today.
They were there early.
Somebody made comment about yesterday. Storm, I guess, had a video about one of the new releases.
Yeah, they did a whole launch.
A whole launch, and somebody made a comment that I invented. I don't know if they dropped it in their video and said that benchmark.
Phil invented the benchmark.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that we have fans that do that, by the way, so that we don't have to go in there and troll. We got our.
Oh no, God, no! We would never do that. We don't do that. Why would I? I'm kidding. That's way below us.
We got our perceptionites. What are we going to call them? Podcastopians.
I like that. Podcastopians.
They're a peaceful, but mostly peaceful bunch.
David Conover. I dropped it in the video. Oh my God.
Yeah. So get your entries in. Looks like 162 entries already. If you're on staff, don't bother. Please don't enter. If I find your name,
I'll kill you.
I'm gonna mail you. I'm gonna mail you confetti, and you're gonna open it and it's gonna shoot confetti.
If you're a staffer and you're in there, Ian Lang's gonna come to your house and make you watch WNBA basketball with him.
Yeah, in a custom jersey that says #1 fan.
That's right, exactly. So anyway, we Podcastopians.
The New World Order.
It is. So so today we're going to talk a little bit about some bowling balls. Then we got a top 5, and then we'll just open it up for some questions and answers. Right?
Sounds like a great show.
Good. Yeah. I mean, when is it not? Yeah.
Well, I mean, the 1 week where we couldn't stream to YouTube, that was kind of a bad show.
Yeah, well, that was because you got a new internet that week.
Yeah, it was so good. It was tearing down the walls of the internet fabric, and we couldn't even stream to the places we wanted to because I was being a bandwidth hog because my internet was so elite that didn't share any internet with the rest of the folks.
I guess, huh? So let's talk real quick about our schedule. The 22nd, I'm not going to be available.
What?
Yeah, I know
So
it's hard to believe.
Why?
I'm at a convention.
Convention?
Yeah,
Is
the
it for like
Grand Order,
motorized scooters? What kind of convention are you going to?
the Buffalo, Grand Order of the Buffalo. What was that? It was Jackie Gleason's show. He had the Buffaloes. They joined the lodge, Buffalo Lodge. Or was that Fred Flintstone? Which one of them belongs to that? I have to go to a convention.
Okay.
So we
Invention convention.
It's an invention convention, and I am.
You got your own booth.
I am the booth.
You're just gonna walk around and be like, "Ah, oh, BS! I invented that. Ah, you didn't invent that. I invented that."
I'm the invention convention. I have to go to on the 22nd. So we're gonna have to.
You should just walk around and hand people like blue envelopes, like you're serving them papers.
Yeah, right.
You know? It's like I invented that. Please cease and desist.
Royalties. We have to skip the week. It looks like.
You're gonna be gone the entire week.
Yeah, I think I get back Thursday. I get back Thursday. Then I got an appointment Friday afternoon.
Just when we cracked the top 10 of bowling podcasts
we'll slip to
on
11
Wednesdays
to
at 3
12.
p.m.
That's it.
We did not. We had a good week.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So
you're ruining the show. Every time we get up in the top 10, you shoot ourselves in the foot.
Yeah, we're gonna have some trouble with connections going forward because I bowl Nationals on the 19th.
I bowl Nationals that week, the week before.
Yeah, we're in trouble.
You saying we're gonna have to take a break?
No, I think we could fit it in the week before when you're gone. I don't know. We'll have to look at June more closely.
Yeah, June might be a tough one there.
Well, you know what we should do? I got an idea. Because I invented the summer reruns. We'll just replay some of the podcasts. It'd be like, originally aired April,
It'd be like, a live broadcast that's not even live. It's recorded. Kind of like
originally aired April 24th.
Yeah. When we go live, we're actually live.
I know, but we
other people go live. They're not actually live.
Here's the best part. If we do that, will people still be making comments?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. They'll still chat like it's normal, but we won't be there. We just have to randomly, when we do it, be like, oh, yeah, good comments in the chat there. Ha, really funny. And then go back.
And here's your winner. Make up a name. So we'll talk about the schedule in a little bit. Let's talk about some new bowling balls.
All right. Where do you want to go first?
Way too much fun today. Go ahead. Well, let's go with the first one.
Okay, first one. Arctic Vibe. So it's a new year, new vibe.
I like it.
Last year we had the Radioactive.
It's really nice looking too. I've seen them go down the lane. Wasn't somebody throwing it on TV? Packy? Or somebody threw it, right? I thought.
On one of those circus shows.
Yeah.
Maybe I didn't catch a whole lot of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is another HK22 vibe. Last year we had the Radioactive, which was super angular. This one is, in my opinion, it's a hybrid compared to a solid, but this one's a little bit smoother than Radioactive. Still sharp, but not as dramatic as that Radioactive.
Yeah. So this is sort of a little bit under that as far as back end reaction.
I think so. Yeah, because you don't want to make them exactly the same.
Why not? A lot of other companies do that.
But we're not other companies.
But we're not other companies.
But we're not.
I know. I just saw some new balls get launched that have old cores in them under different names. And the prices have changed.
That's a tough pill to swallow.
Yeah, it is.
Who are the ad wizards? Anyway, nothing's changed on this core. 5 core has been tried and true.
That's a great core, right? Exactly. Let's talk a little bit about the cover now. It's HK22.
Yes, sir.
With a different additive package. That's the beauty of the HK22 is it's the most versatile cover we probably have ever had. It takes very well to additive packages, projection additives, friction additives, adhesion additives, and so on. I'm having a lot of fun with it with the Radical balls that we're testing going forward.
Yeah.
That cover stock is so versatile. It's just unbelievable. It is the new industry standard as far. I don't care what anybody says right now. it is the ultimate cover stock. I've never seen anything like it.
I'm not going to disagree with you.
Yeah, I mean, I've been doing this a long, long time, and you know, companies have taken cover stocks and stretched them. By stretching them, I mean, you know, the ratio is a 1-to-1 ratio, and they go 95 to 105 to sort of enhance the performance. Then they get to a certain point and balls start cracking. This one we never have to stretch. It's just mix it the way it is and put the packages in.
And this package is CT Max Hybrid on that one. And it's finished at compound. So pretty much the stock finish for compound is 500, 1000, 1500 compound. On top, It's kind of a shinier finish, with still not being like high gloss factory polish.
Right. So it still looks good on the shelf. It clears the front.
And it
picks up, get up and go.
Unleashes hell on the back. That's what it does.
That's good. That's really good. Yeah.
And then the hammer also has 2 new colors of raw hammers, a pearl and a solid. I'm sorry, a pearl and a hybrid. So we'll show the hybrid first. Blue, black, and orange. No changes there with the raw core. And juiced hybrid. This all the cover stocks are juiced, is what they call this one here. Non HK22.
That's a 7 color ball.
8.
8.
And then here is the what do we call this? Teal, purple, and black. And new pearl. This is the one I actually tested in a video.
Yeah, you did, right?
Pretty ball. And I always talk about, like, you know, starting out, this is where a lot of people go for performances. You know, they start out with raw, or they go to Rhino, or they go to Twist.
Yeah.
You know, but raws are so popular, and all these bowling balls, they come out higher gloss polish for the most part. You know, sometimes you'll see compound, but most part you'll see them shiny. And I would say, if you don't like the shiny finish, knock the shine off, and you got a whole different ball.
Exactly.
It can change so much, and the hook potential and where it reads in the lane. You know,
and takes away your over and under a little bit too.
Right, easier to control, in my opinion.
Yep. So tell me about the 2 balls. They're identical balls, just different colors? So they're not identical. They are the same performance categories.
Same performance category.
Identical.
They're not completely identical. So one's a hybrid, one is a pearl. There's also a solid in the line. The black one is a solid juice solid cover.
You basically have an arsenal or 3 ball package for the raw. You have a solid, a pearl, and a hybrid.
Sure. And if you play with surfaces enough, you can get them separated enough to make a 3 ball arsenal out of those 3.
Yeah, I like that.
You know, obviously, you know, you can play with layouts a little bit. But as you know, some people like to say, you know, they don't matter. Layouts don't matter, right?
Layouts. Talking layouts? We're not talking layouts.
Yeah, they never mattered. Cores don't matter either.
If we were bowling in outer space, surface wouldn't matter.
That's true.
I invented that.
Do you think your rev rate would be higher in space?
I would have an infinite rev rate. In space.
And would the ball still flare?
I don't want to call Robert Smith up again and ask him if the ball flares in midair.
It does. 100% it does.
Flare or turn?
Flare.
All right, whatever.
The ball flares midair.
You guys are, you know what?
What?
When did California make marijuana legal?
Medicinally or recreationally?
Well, either way. All I know is
I don't think it mattered.
Yeah, you're probably right. So let's go back to those 3 balls again. I want the 2 balls, the 2 raw hammers.
Okay.
Are they HK22?
They're not.
They're not. Can you just touch on that a second? What they are?
It's an entry-level performance ball. They're juiced cover stock. That's what the name of the cover stock is. There's a pearl, a hybrid, and a solid version.
Right.
And the solid comes out sanded. You know, it's got a little bit of a duller finish.
So let's talk about that juiced cover stock. What that really means is somewhere along the line from where we were to getting to HK22, we found this. You know, it's another chemistry iteration that got us to this. It might be 2 steps back or 3 steps back from where we are with HK22, but we put that in there, and the differentials on the ball are not that high.
No, I'm
So
38.
Yeah, 38. So in those cases, drillings don't matter as much when the diffs are lower. So when people talk about, well, layouts don't matter, the lower the diff, the total diff is, the less they matter, because you can't get that much of a difference after drilling. You can't blow up a differential. It's not going to go up that much. So your layouts, pick a pin to pap that you're comfortable with and go with it. The advantage of these balls is they're probably great on house shots. They fall into what I call the Intel category as far as usability. Use them on anything. The covers are probably more advanced than the Intel was. It's probably in the sneak attack category, around that type of performance category of cover stock.
Yeah, and that cover stock, just like a lot of cover stocks, at one point it was a higher end reactive cover.
Absolutely right.
In the higher end, I was looking at some of the older balls from Hammer before Brunswick took over the Hammer brand. It was done in balls like Flawless, Badass, the Rebel Yell, like reiterations of the juiced cover stock, and it's made its way down as cover stock technology has grown.
Right, because we learned so much more, and the chemists start putting different base resins in it, and it's sort of a category. It's good.
Yeah, I mean, same thing happened with Columbia. It's like you had your Superflex, and all those cover stocks.
And then we had Flexel, So we went from one to the next. It was the same base,
right?
Starting base, and then we added iterations of it, which is really cool.
Right.
That's where we are with HK22. We're fiddling.
Yeah. So I mean, at one point that was their high end cover, and then as time went on, Superflex was an entry level for the entry level balls going forward.
Right. Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was a fan of that in the '90s for sure. All the Superflex covers, the Beast,
really
Super
good.
Beast.
Yeah.
Good stuff. All right, let's change brands up. Let's go up over to Ebonite. How about that? We got a new Fireball this year.
Yeah. That's got 17 colors. It's a 17 color ball.
Unfortunately, it's got Laker colors on there, so
it does, doesn't it? I don't follow basketball at all. Are they any good anymore, the Lakers?
No, they just got swept out of the. No, they didn't get swept out of the playoffs, but they got beat in the playoffs by the Denver again.
And does LeBron play for them?
He does.
Okay, he doesn't. I don't know where he plays. What year it is?
He doesn't play very well, but he does.
Well, he flops well. I'm a flopper. He's a flopper.
New color edition. So this has a different cover stock as well. Slightly updated from the last one. The original Fireball had GB 10.7 with HK22. Yep. This one has a stronger formulation with GB 11.2. So it's going to pick up a little bit earlier, be a little bit stronger, touch smoother, not as long down the lane. It's got kind of a cool core with that built-in mini little flip block at the bottom.
Flip block on the bottom. It looks good. I like that.
Looks kind of like a torpedo or like a bomb or something like that.
Maybe you should name it the bomb core.
Fireball.
Firebomb core ball. Pretty cool.
Well, I don't do the naming, so.
Thank God.
What are you talking about?
You help me all the time. He does. Nick helps me. I get names and I send them to Nick and said, "What do you think of this?" And then he'll say, "That's stupid." And I pick it.
Terrible idea.
Yeah, terrible idea.
Terrible. Or he'll call me and he's like, "Hey, I need ball names." So I was like, "When do you need them by?" 12 o'clock. It's 11:30.
I need them by yesterday.
Yeah, they need them yesterday so they could build the ball tomorrow.
Telling you, my job would be so easy if I didn't have to pick colors and ball names.
Oh my gosh.
Great. I tell you, to name them after people.
You got one brand, one job, Phil.
You have one job.
Make bowling balls. That's part of making bowling balls.
This is the new ball. This is Steve. Steve comes out in April.
I should just tell everybody to message you with name ideas, and your inbox will never stop.
It'll never stop. Everybody has a great name. And the worst thing about names is this. You pick a name on Monday, and Tuesday it's terrible.
Or legal says on Wednesday you can't use it.
Wednesday you can't use it because somebody somewhere had that in there. When I first started with track, one of the first balls we had was a shark. And, I had all artwork done. We had a teaser ad that showed a shark swimming at night towards a bowling center, sort of fin. Then the ad was the shark coming up through the pin deck, annihilating the pins. And I got an email, not an email, a letter
A letter?
I got a letter. Yeah, because I don't think we had email in.
Yeah, you did.
I know I got a
You
letter.
might.
Though.
You
I
might not
might
have.
have. From Remo Pachetti at, I forget the company now. It'll come to me. To cease and desist with the name because he had a machine called a Lane Shark. So he wanted to sue me because I had the shark for a bowling ball.
You'd already come out with it?
We had all the artwork done. We had everything done. So I'm like, how is that going to be mistaken for your lane machine?
I mean, it's bowling related, right?
I don't know. If I name a grip sack, and Grip It, is Turbo going to sue me because they have Grip It and Rip It? I don't know. You know what I mean? So so I had to get an attorney, and it cost me money to write them a letter and said no. You know, but that's how you got to be careful how you name things. You know, I mean, it was pretty cool. That's one of our best-selling balls ever, the Shark, and it was just, you know, it was cool.
Sharknado.
I saw that. You want? Do we? We don't have to put the U box again, do we? I mean, they know.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, we got a lot more people. We're gonna put the Woo box up one more time.
We'll put it up there. We do the spin. You're still in the show. You get a second spin if you don't want the first one. And Nick,
I think we're gonna give away a good prize today. I think the first prize is gonna be amazing. They're not gonna send it back. That's my bet.
Now here's the problem: the fact that he says that, folks, stay tuned, because I don't know this because I'm not there. But he just wrote, Remo worked for DBA. That's who it was, DBA. I'm not there. I, to this day, believe that the wheel is fixed. And I think the people that won the 3-ball arsenals with Nick's aliases. That's just me saying that. So I think that if today a good prize comes up, he rigged it. Because the last couple of weeks, it's been grip sacks and chamois.
I just want to let you know that this is all recorded and it's getting sent to my lawyer right after this for accusing me. You're going to get another cease and desist.
What's the name of your lawyer?
Lawyer McLawyerstein.
You want to do the top 5?
No, we haven't even talked about the Deviate ball yet.
Oh, we have another ball.
My other attorney's Lionel Hutz. If you can guess what Lionel Hutz is from, I will gladly show you the back of the wheel to show you that I'm not cheating the wheel.
Lionel Hutz?
Yep, you can't Google it. Come on, figure it out. Don't give him in the chat either. Never mind.
Was he that stupid movie?
Nope. You're looking at the chat.
Yep. I thought he was in that other stupid movie. I was going to have a drink today. Out of my mosaic
puzzle,
my mosaic puzzle cup, but I can't. I'm afraid that after I assembled it, it might leak. So
you just got to use some plumber's caulk.
Yeah, exactly. So Nick sent me this great mug. Actually, his girlfriend Stephanie sent me this great mug about the fragile lamp, and it came in pieces. I didn't know that some assembly was required when I got it. So.
Garbage truck.
Yeah, that may be. What time is it? It's 3:45. Anyway.
Is that unusual?
Is that unusual? No, sir. That is very unusual.
Last ball.
Oh, I like the way that ball looks. I like those colors. I might have invented them. I like that.
Chill.
Yeah, those are cool colors.
Chill Pearl.
Yeah.
So this uses a Diva 2.0 core. This is kind of a modification of the original Diva core,
right?
Which was tried and true. That was like a mainstay in the Deviate line for a long, long time.
Yeah.
And so it's made its return. And last year we got the Chill, which actually made my Arsenals bag. I used that in Reno last year a little bit.
Not well, but you used it.
I used it, yeah.
Yeah, you didn't use it well. You know what's cool about that core? Those numbers are really a good, strong asymmetrical set of numbers.
But it's not
symmetrical. I meant symmetrical. I'm sorry, symmetrical numbers.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little low and it's got a high enough diff. You can probably use that on a lot of different conditions.
Sure can, yeah. And it's got HK22 because we put that stuff on everything, like we always
about everything. Yes, we do.
And Insider Max Flip. So compared to the original, you're going to get a lot more length and a lot more response on the back. So when the first one kind of starts being a little too slow or even, and you need something that just kind of gets a little down the lane a little more, flips a little
Yeah.
harder, that's where you go. You can make a 1-2 punch out of them.
Pretty cool. And they
It's
look
pretty
good.
cool.
The colors are
Mhm.
really fantastic. HK22, not only performance-wise, but man, color-wise is fantastic.
Tell them why that's a thing with the color. Why it's so much easier to make good colors with HK22.
Want me to make something up? No.
Oh, you don't know that?
No, I do know.
You know, to make something up, it's like, would I expect you to do anything else?
The you know, there's two sides to the resins, and the one side is very, very clear.
Mhm.
And because of that, you can make the colors more vibrant. You know, some of the other companies, they use different formulas, isocyanate and polyol, and the ISOs are dark by nature.
Amber.
Yeah, like an amber color. And in order to make a color bright, you have to change that amber color to like a white. So you got to put pigment in it or dye in it to change it, and that adds to the process. It also sometimes impacts the performance. So with the HK22, it's pretty clear. I mean, it's really clear, and it doesn't have a tinge to it. There's no yellow tinge to it or brownish tinge, so you can really make the colors outstanding. And we've had a lot of fun with the colors. I mean,
Yeah.
you know,
a lot of more depth to the color too, because
Yeah.
you don't have to use as much because the
Right.
base is a lot more clear.
Yep.
And so you get that depth of color in the pearls and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So it really looks like, if you look at that Beyond Infinity or
Right.
the effects, those colors kind of
Yeah.
run deep.
And the one of my favorite balls is that the color is fantastic on is the Radical Conspiracy, which is black.
Black,
HK
solid black.
black, solid.
I thought you were going to say Outer Limits Pearl, because that wouldn't make sense. But hey,
I was going to say that too, but I was kidding. It's my favorite ball, the black.
Your
Conspiracy.
favorite? Those colors really pop, Phil. HK22 really made that black really
Very
black.
It blackened the black. So
Yes.
somebody
Great
had
job.
that color that they put on the card and they can't make it. I don't know what that's called.
Yeah, we Vanta Black.
That's what it was.
Vanta.
Yeah, the card is so black it's can't make it.
It looked awesome. I don't know if it's Photoshop or if it's that real.
No, that's real. I've seen that before. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
You know,
it'd be cool to be able to paint a car that color.
Sure they can. For some reason, I think it's illegal. I don't know why they said it was illegal.
Why would it be illegal?
I don't know. I got to look that up. Got to learn that.
Because it's too
Anyway,
cool.
you want to do some questions first?
No, let's do the top 5.
Let's do the top 5.
We ready for the top 5? Is
And
everybody
now,
ready for the top 5?
Top 5.
All right, top 5.
Right.
Reasons why we cracked the top 10 bowling podcast on Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern time.
Number 5.
Any guesses?
Any guesses?
I mean, other than our unwavering consistency and our entertainment value alone, you know, it's a grind to come out with such a top-notch show on Wednesdays at 3 p.m.
It's hard every week. Nick and I spend hundreds and thousands of seconds prepping for this.
Yes. Minutes out of our day.
Prepping for this show, as you can tell.
Yes. All the research that is done right before air. No.
Is insurmountable.
All right, here we go.
And
Number
it's
5.
free. And it's free.
Free.
Right.
5. Number 5. 3 other podcasts stopped podcasting. So
That's how we moved up.
move up by default. Survival of the
That's it.
fittest.
That's right. That's how post turtles happen too sometimes.
Oh my God. Number 4 are the top 5 reasons why we cracked the top 10 bowling podcast on Wednesdays at 3 p.m. I can almost say that pretty fast, like the Micro Machine guy.
I like that.
Hey, people love Chamois.
Clear Magic.
It's no lie. They love it.
I used this yesterday on my my Intel Pearl Clear Magic. I cleaned it.
Did you clean it during league, cheater?
No. I did it before I went to league because I don't want to carry this bottle in my car. And plant-based cleaner works really good, by the way. Clear Magic. Telling you. It's unbelievable.
Cleans off all the nice oil. Gets it nice and clean.
Clean it out. And tacky. And it comes with a bottle with a sheet, like a dryer sheet, right? You put the water in the bottle, you put the sheet in there, you go like that.
And
next
it's
thing you
dissolved.
know, and then it comes out in the foam. Really
Good
good.
stuff.
I used it yesterday. Good stuff. Go ahead.
Yeah. and you keep the bottle, and you just get the refill pack. I think it has 3 sheets in a pack, and
That's
you
it.
throw them in there, and you're done.
That's it. Like, is that like 3 sheets to the win?
No, it's different.
Not the same. It's different.
Different kind of drink.
Just checking.
Number 3, the rating bureaus was having an off week.
They were on vacation.
They must have had
celebrating Cinco de Mayo.
They must have had Angel Hernandez on the staff that week, picking everybody. They missed the call. That's all I can say.
Somebody talked about that with him. They got thrown out of a game, and he said, "Go someplace I can't see." And the guy moved in front of home plate.
Stood on home plate. Yeah.
Home plate.
Oh man.
Number 2.
Number 2. Personality? Question mark?
Maybe. I don't know. You're becoming very popular, Nick. People are asking for you.
I don't see that happening at all. They only ask for me.
I just made that up.
Oh, I was gonna say the only time I get asked for is when something goes wrong. Say, hey, did you do that? I'm like, oh, I don't know.
It couldn't have been me.
Oh, no English. Sorry.
I think people enjoy the show because we're down to earth, and you know what we do? We tell it like it is, and it's free.
And we're not afraid to push subjects and cross the line, not jump over the line, but just straddle the line.
Yeah, we jumped over the line a few times, but that's okay. That's okay. Only when it's warranted.
I always extend the olive branch out there. I want to be friends with everybody, but nobody wanted to say hi when they come visit. I don't understand why.
Well, that's what happens when you get your butt hurt. But anyway,
number one reason
we are
in the top 10.
Top 10.
I don't think we're going to give up this top 10 any longer. I think we're solidified in the top 10.
Well, we might have to when we start doing the summer reruns. It'll be like the Dick Van Dyke Show. You got the summer reruns for like the 4 weeks running. That's not going to work. So we're going to have to come up with a plan.
All right. Number one reason. The flying squirrel finds an acorn.
Absolutely right. We got lucky. The harder we work, the luckier we get.
That's
Remember
it.
that. That's how it is.
Luck always favors the prepared mind.
That's it. I'm telling you. So that was a good top 5. You did a good job on that one.
Thank you. I appreciate the compliment. I really do.
Yeah.
It makes me push harder and makes me want to try harder for future episodes.
You are so full of shit. It's unbelievable.
Wow. We're going to have to bleep that now.
I didn't say the word. I said shh.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many entries we got? But I just posted the link one last time. You have till top of the hour to get your entries in.
287.
And if you're watching this podcast right now after the fact, after we've already gone live, and you're wondering why the link doesn't work, it's because we only have it live during the show. We pick from live viewers. So if you want to get in.
So the guy watching at 3 o'clock in the morning is trying to enter the Woo Box.
And it says it's not working. This contest is over. It's like, what's going on?
It's 3 o'clock
live right now.
Not live.
All right, yeah. So you got till the top of the hour to get your entries in. Entries will close, and then I'll find the winner, and we're gonna do a spin, maybe 2, but I don't know. I think it's gonna land on something pretty terrific.
Yeah, it's set up. It's very set up. Anyway, so anyhow, the Woo Box is up. He's gonna pick a winner in a little while. You want to take some questions?
Yeah. Did you find any you liked?
That's my job.
You've been looking at the comments the whole time. You've been
how many entries?
On the comments.
How many entries have we had?
291. That's what we're at. We have 333 watching right now.
289. I said. I just missed.
Right,
I'm looking. Good. You got some questions?
I'm starting from the top. All right, here we go. Stuart Martin. I bought a Bigfoot hybrid. I see on the box it says second. Should I be concerned?
No. What's the reason it's a second? It could be there's a blemish in the cover stock.
Yeah, maybe air bubble in the cover, like a little tiny. You call it porosity.
Yeah, they filled it in, or it might have got a scratch and they plugged it on the line to try to match it. No, And nowadays it doesn't matter as far as the pin out because you can't use weight hose anyway.
Yep.
You just put the pin where you want it and go from there.
Yeah,
You
so
know,
you should be fine.
and that's a rare ball to have because we only have less than 0.5% of seconds. So that's pretty cool. You know, that's hang on to that. In about 50 years, it'll be worth something.
Will it? I mean, counting for inflation, it might actually cost you money. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
All right, George wants to know what's Radical have for low diff? What Radical ball would replace the Tundra Fire in your bag?
I don't know much about the Tundra Fire, so Nick can help me out with that one. But low diff balls, we have the Sneak Attack. Matter of fact, I drew one yesterday. We can talk about it for a second, right?
Go Deadly Rattler. To answer your question before he goes off and spins us into a story, the Deadly Rattler would be the closest comparison to your Tundra Fire you can replace it with. Go on now.
And is the Tundra Fire Pearl ball?
It is HK22.
Okay. So that Deadly Rattler be the ball. So anyhow, I'm fiddling around. We had our conversation last week with Steve about pin to spin and you know, where it is down lane. So I ordered some balls and we'll try to do my own little ball test. I'm not videoing it. Not videoing.
Come on, you got to video these. We can put it up on the Radical page.
Maybe we'll see. We'll see. So I drilled the first one yesterday, Sneak Attack, and Steve talked about using a 3-to-1 ratio in the drill angle. So I drilled it 60 by 4.5 by 20. Man, that ball kicks sideways down lane.
That's my special layout. That's what I use.
And I didn't use the Kung Fu grip that you use. That whatever.
I call it, that's the sloth grip, by the way, from
Sloth. Beautiful.
Yeah, his eye was like down here.
Yeah, what was the what candy bar did he eat in the
Baby Ruth?
That's what it was. Anyway, so now I'm going to drill another one, 3-to-1 and 1-to-3, 20 by 4.5 by 60, and then I'm going to drill a third one, 40 by 40.
Okay.
So I'll have all three.
Collect the whole set.
And then I might do that in a hitter as well. And I very rarely do this, so this is like out of my character completely. I won't.
You're just willing to try anything to knock over pins.
I just want to fiddle with it and see what it does because we talked about it, and then I'll report back. But yesterday that ball just went sideways. I used it for very little time because I have to go fiddle with it. But I don't want to do anything. I don't want to do anything with it until I drill the other two. Before I start playing around.
Just reminds me of that old country song. If you're gonna bowl in Texas, you gotta fiddle with your bag. Moving on to comments. Here we go.
More comments.
Stephanie says, speaking of pencil, I got stabbed in the neck in 4th grade and I had bled in my neck. Fun fact. Well, I hope you got the point. Jeremy wants to know, any chance the bonus core will be making a comeback?
I don't know. You know what? We have so many things to look at, and with the success of the Sneak Attack line, it's tough to pull that one out. I'm fiddling with some more stuff, as far as cores and cover combinations. I know Steve is working on a new core. Steve Freshour is working on a new core for us, symmetrical core that'll be coming out. And we got so many different cover stocks. I'm having so much fun with the cover stocks.
It's fun.
It really is.
I got dared to try the gas station lobster. And then if I go back to Indianapolis, I'm going to go check and see if they have it. You better.
Why don't you order it from them, have them ship it to you?
Well, because I don't want it to be gross. I want it fresh. Fresh off the ballroom floor.
Yeah.
I'm
looking.
Yeah. Yeah.
I still want to go back to that thing about yesterday. I don't know. Somebody said they dropped that in there. Was there any reaction to that about?
I don't know. I think everything we do is kind of like one big inside joke now with Phil invented that and all that other stuff.
I know it is. I don't think anybody gets that. Well, the people that get it, it's funny. It's hell. It's
funny to us.
So yesterday I got to tell you, I was throwing the ball yesterday that I drilled. I went and threw for a couple of shots up in my buddy at Jeff Hartsfield's. He shot 300 last week, by the way, Thursday night. I sent that into that link you gave me.
Hey, you're learning. Thank you.
Yeah. Jeff shot 300 with the breakaway last week during the league. But anyhow, so I started playing around. I'm starting to feel better. My knee's feeling better. My release is getting a little better. So I threw a couple of shots. He goes, "What's with that release?" I go, "Yeah, I just invented that."
Oh man.
Telling you.
Mm-hmm.
What do we got? Any more?
Working on it. Working
All
on it.
right.
Going through. Ryan wants to know: can you guys make bowling balls that smell, or is that
Yeah, we
crazy?
can. No, we can. That's that. The patent ran out on that about a year ago, maybe a little less than a year ago. And
Mhm.
we can do that if we want to. I know they're fiddling with some. I keep saying fiddling today. I don't know why I'm stuck on that word.
If you're gonna bowl in Texas,
It's just
you
you got to.
just gotta fiddle
Yeah,
with your
not.
bag.
They're playing around with not a scent. Well, maybe it is. I mean, which ball has a little citrus to it, citrus scent to it? One of the hammers, right?
Yeah, it comes into this question now. The
Yeah.
cohesion additive package from Hammer Effect, is that proprietary to Hammer, or is it something you can use in a future Radical release?
No, we can use it. It's available. We're playing. Um, Again, Don, it's a great question, but we have to look at the core dynamics and the intent of the core. Once you put in a cohesion additive package, it's got a lot more gripping technology. We'll call it. I always use the words friction additive and projection additive, but it's got a lot more of a gripping. I call it just gripping technology, and it has to be on a core that gives us the radical performance. If you've noticed over the last few months, maybe a year, we're concentrating on a lot of down lane motion continuation. And that package, the core has to fit that. So we'd have to design stuff to work with that package to get the performance we want. We don't want to get away from that. And I'm looking at the other brands, and I don't want to be in the same categories that they are if I can avoid it. We want us to be the down lane hook monster company, and we're working on that really hard. So it's available, and I've looked at it, and I'm continuing to look at it. But let's
Good
talk about
answer.
that scent. Um, is it the Hammer Effect that has a citrus scent to it?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, yeah, and that's in there because everybody complained about, hey, you guys have a chemical smell. Well, we use chemicals, duh, and
And they're petroleum.
and they're petroleum, duh.
Hey, why does it smell like gasoline?
Well, so now we've heard that a lot enough times. The scent does go. The we'll call it a odor goes away over time. It doesn't. You should be in my office when new balls show up. I got to keep the door open. It's just unbelievable. So they're finding a way to mask it. I don't think I'm going to have a box of Fruit Loops in my 3-ball bag next week, but you know, we're looking at it.
Here we go. Jim wants to know: is the cleaner, if the cleaner is plant based, is it really considered a cleaner by USPC?
If the cleaner is plant-based, I don't know.
Yeah, you can't use it during league play. It's still a cleaner. I mean, it's
Still a
approved
cleaner.
for use after and
Says it
before.
right here. Approved before and after. It says, not
There you
during.
go.
Why didn't they just say not approved during league play or competition? Approved before and after. That's what it says. With a
They can say whatever they can say whatever they want.
little stamp. I'm scratching that off. That means I
Little
can use it whenever I
stamp.
want. Still can't beat the towel.
What do we got here? Let's see.
You're doing a better job of this than I am.
What? I was picking a winner, by the way. You were answering that question so well. Let's see what we got. Let's see. Shinobi Assault says, "Hey Nick, I'm not a bowling tech pro, but does the effect mess with the lane oil more than most balls? I throw my effect, it seems to eat the oil up, but not soak it in." Well, I mean, it is pearl, and it is shinier, so it's not going to have that same kind of footprint as like a dull ball, like say a Black Widow 3.0, where it's going to soak up a little quicker. But Make no mistake, it is going to burn up the lane. It's still going to remove oil from the lane and absorb it into the cover stock. That's how these bowling balls create the friction and how they create hook. But if you're not seeing it soak in, I mean, that's great. Make sure you wipe it off. Make sure you get it off the ball before you bowl, and you'll see a longer lifespan and performance on your ball. I believe that.
Good answer. Good answer.
Dylan, is there any Mo Heritage stuff expected this year?
We're working on one. There'll be one this year. There'll be one every year. I hope. I mean, that's the plan. You know, the problem comes in with, and I know I touched on it a little earlier. You know, we have Mo Heritage cores. We can go back only a certain distance back and try to reuse them, whether it be the technology of the core based on after drilling numbers, which you got to go back to the point where the weight hole got banned. We can use stuff going forward because the weight hole got banned. Cores, the dynamics really came after the drilling when you put a balance hole in it.
Mm-hmm.
So assuming we take anything from that point forward, the limitation is not going to be in the core now. It's going to be in the covers. Do the covers that we want to use match those cores to give us the proper performance?
Yeah.
You know, now you understand what I'm saying. You know, we don't go back and look at a core and go, it's a good core. Let's just throw a cover stock around it. Other companies do that. I'm not saying it's bad. It's their strategy.
Mm-hmm.
We look at a performance and work backwards. I want a ball that goes to this spot on a lane and has a hook power of, say, 17 or 13 boards off the spot. I start there and I work backwards. Okay.
And also where you got to fill the spot on the chart. Exactly. Like, hey, we need a ball that's going to be in between this ball and this ball that's going to be in the line still. We need a ball that's in between.
Correct.
Where can we target? Where can we target?
Right. So I can't go back and say, let's take a Mo. Guru's too far back. But picking like the Innovator. Okay, the Innovator is a great ball. The Innovator was before HK22. It's a great ball. Will that work with HK22? I don't know. But the Innovator was a Mo Heritage ball. So what's the next one we go back to? We got the result line. You know, you got to look at that line and look and see if it'll work. So I can start doing that. But the problem is our cover stocks are starting to become light years ahead of other technologies right now. You know, I mean, without a doubt, HK22 is such a fantastic cover, but it may not work and give us the performance we want on some other balls. So we have to be careful. And when that happens, when I run out of Mo cores that fit with the cover stocks, then that line will stop.
All right. Robert wants to know, why do pro tournaments move venues for the final? They haven't really done that a whole lot lately.
Yeah.
The arena finals were big for a while, where you'd have your tournament at the host center and you get to the finals, or you know, in past you'd have just like the final match play stuff, like the elimination match play, you'd have it in the arena, and then the finals were there. But sometimes only the top 5 roll-off championship finals were in the arena, and they didn't bowl there all week. Sometimes it was good.
Do that last week? Did they just do that?
What?
They went from the main part of the building to the in Detroit at Thunderbolt.
Yeah, that's still the same place, though. I mean, that's where they have all the
No, they didn't bowl on those lanes at all during the week. It's not the same. No, it's not. How's that the same?
The same.
Same building. It's not the same. Okay, so you go to South Point and you bowl in the main lanes, and then you go to the plaza. Are they the same? Same place. Same place.
Yeah. Same place. They're all attached.
Yeah.
Under one roof.
Nick.
Maybe because it's easier to set up for that. How about that?
Yeah. Well, they filmed it in there because it had seats.
There you go. It's easier to watch, and they can run their center the way they want to with whatever they else got going on.
The problem is the people that qualified on lanes 1 through 48
are going to cry now that they have to bowl on 1 through 18.
Well, look how different it was on the left in the arena there.
Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, you're the lefty advocate.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you're the champion for the lefties. I don't see you on the streets with a picket sign.
That's what he's referring to, that they didn't bowl in the same section. He shows up on Thursdays. I'm not sure you call what he does bowling.
Yeah,
But
Nick, do you bowl leagues anymore? I don't bowl them any less either. So I
yeah,
got that. You know what's gonna be funny about this answer I'm about to give you is we had our league banquet, right? Because our league's over with, right? We voted to reduce the amount of weeks we bowl from 30 to 28 because we're gonna take Christmas and New Year's week off going forward.
why don't you just bowl 2 weeks and call it a league? No, you got to get how many games is legal? 27 you need to get an average?
21.
21. It's about 7 weeks.
Why
All right, I
not?
got my average. I'm done. I'm out.
That would be awesome. Just get my 21 games in and call it good. Unless I missed a week. What if you missed a week?
Well, you see, that's okay for you because you have your little doing video on bingo bowling.
But I still need an average. I still need a book average.
Why don't you do that? Now, why don't you start a league at the test center,
Mm-hmm.
and you can go to every Tuesday and sanction yourself and go bowl 9 games or 17 games or 21 games or whatever you need, and you have your own little Nick league.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Well,
that.
we'd have to get our lanes certified to be USBC, and then who would we
All
bowl with?
No one would bowl with you,
Well, I guess it's going to be a single league.
and you'd win, and then you could put
Hey.
that on your accolades. I won the singles league 12 straight years.
You know, it's funny. I did that for my pro shop when I had it. I had the employee of the month, and I put my picture up on the front of the wall.
I like that.
So employee of the month,
Yeah.
May 2009, I had my picture on there.
Mhm.
And they'd come in and they'd see me and say, "Oh, hey, congratulations on the employee of the month." It's like,
I like
yeah, I
that.
really worked hard.
I worked hard to
And
get
like-
it.
And he's like, well, then they realize that I own the place. I'm the only one that works there. So
I'm going to put the sign by my car. Employee of the month parking reserved for employee of the month parking because I parked there. That'd be perfect.
not a question, but want to thank me for talking about Coach Baker. Big help coming back from injury. Yeah, he's one of the best.
Yep.
I'm glad you were able to, looks like, get with him and maybe get a lesson in there. So good job.
Yeah, he's good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Camp Bakes. Yeah, I think we got a lot of questions already. We
Oh,
did them
suddenly? Where were you?
all. No,
when
I
they
said
were-
we already did. We already did a lot.
Oh, yeah, good. Okay, well,
gonna
we're
tell you
about
what-
ready. Go pick a
We about
winner.
we about ready to pick a winner?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna pick a winner. All right.
How many entries before you pick it? 3 what?
We had 323 entries.
That's a big number. That's a big number.
Yeah, we ready?
I'm ready. I'm
Hold
ready.
on. I gotta get the. You gotta get your phone out to.
Oh, yeah. You have my
do the
phone.
timer.
Let me get to my timer.
I'm gonna make sure I got the banner ready to go. Yep, ready.
Hang on. I have to reset it. I am ready.
All right, the winner this week is Gordon Thiessen. Gordon,
Thiessen.
if you're in the chat,
Go.
say you're here. Hopefully your name matches
The
what it
clock
says.
is ticking.
Clock is ticking. You got 90 seconds to check in. Gordon Thiessen. Sounds like a professor's name, you know what I mean?
It really does, doesn't it? Yeah.
Hey, he's here.
All right, he's good. He's good.
Where'd he
20
go?
seconds. That's pretty quick.
Yeah, wow.
He was ready.
He's like, I'm
I'm
here,
here.
ready
Yeah,
to go. What are you hoping to win, Gordon? It's going to be a great prize. I have a feeling. I always have a feeling when it's good.
Yeah. He's got his finger on the back, holding it to the right spot.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
We'll just turn it around so you make sure there's no.
What? What about the foot pedal?
What about the foot pedal? You're not supposed to know about the foot pedal. All right, I'm going to give this a mega spin, like the hardest spin. I hope it comes off the rail. How about
If
that?
it comes off the wheel, we got a big problem. It could hurt people. 17 people were injured today when the wheel fell off the.
I can't stop it. I can't stop it.
Help me.
He wants to win a senior carry shirt or an Arsenal. No in between.
Oh, wow.
All right. Here we go.
Here
Ready?
we go.
Oh, that might be the hardest spin I've ever
Oh
done.
my God. He hurt. He Nick threw out his elbow.
I'm going to ruin the bearing. I'm going to need Tommy Johnson. Oh, it's coming around. Oh,
Straighten your
almost.
lat.
All right, it's on grip
no.
sack. It's on grip sack. It almost got to that 3-ball Arsenal. It was close.
It almost got to
Yeah.
new ball. Look how close it was to new ball.
I know. It passed over chamois. It just couldn't quite get over the hump of grip sack. Now you have a choice, Gordon. Do you want the grip sack? It's a very nice grip sack. Ask Maurice. He won one last week. Come on. What are you going to know? I think he has arrived probably today. I don't know when it shipped out, but yeah, he might have showed up today. What do we got? What do we got?
He don't
Gordon?
want the grip sack. I don't even want the grip
I
sack.
know he doesn't want it.
You got to
Respin.
make it official.
He said,
Yeah, don't spin so hard. You might strain a lat. Not a lat. What'd you hurt the last time?
my oblique.
Oh, you're oblique. That's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever.
All right. He wants me to respin. All right.
You read that on the internet. I have an oblique muscle. Go ahead. Go.
So you're saying don't go as hard?
No, I don't want you to hurt your oblique again.
Okay. Well, I'm going to risk it.
Go. Oh, my. Look at that. It's a blur.
Come on.
It's a blur, Nick. It's a blur.
Come
I
on.
can't even see it. It's a blur. It's a
Free ball Arsenal.
with his foot pedal.
Grip sack again. This grip sack landed 4 times in a row now last week. Grip sack it is, I guess. It bounced off of it. Just needed a little harder spin to get to that new ball. I tried.
You're terrible at this. It's fixed.
My gosh.
You're better off. You know what you're better off doing? Right on your ping pong balls and pick stuff out of the grip sack.
Gordon, I will reach out to you after the show and get your shipping address. Sorry we couldn't get you that 3-ball Arsenal or the senior carry shirt, but you can always pick up a senior carry shirt on my Inside Bowling page where I have all my Brunswick apparel. You can pick up one there. But
never have Nick send you anything that's fragile because it'll come in pieces. That guy's going to send you an email. Keep your stinking grip sack. I would.
It's a nice grip sack, and with summer coming and the humidity that comes with it, you're going to need to keep your hand dry. And what better way than a Radical grip sack, right, Phil?
What if he's like you and doesn't bowl a summer league?
Well, then he'll be ready for it because the material in it is long lasting and it'll come in a it's a desiccant material.
Does it have a sell on date?
No, it doesn't have a born on date. I think I got a callus from spinning that so hard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you look like you were going all out. You've been working out lately?
No, not really.
No.
Just been running my mouth. That's it.
That's it. So let's see. Next week we're on regular time.
Yeah, and then you're gone to the invention convention the week after. You said.
I'm the invention conventioneer. I'm the inventioneer.
I'm kind of curious. If we spin this wheel a third time, do you think it comes up grip sack again? Do you think it's broken?
Let's do it one more time. No gift. No pride.
No gift. I just want to see. I mean,
it comes up again, grip sack. You know what we're going to do? We're going to change the things around.
We're going to change the things around?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to try it. This is going to be just for fun, everybody, but I just want to see if I can land it on grip sack again. I'm going to go hard again.
I'm really pissed off if it comes up 3-ball Arsenal.
Let's see. Hands are ready.
Hey, we didn't nail it that time.
If it lands on grip sack, I'm going to laugh my head off. Oh.
No,
Are you kidding me? Again.
I've been saying it, folks. I've been saying it all along. The wheel is rigged.
I tell you what, I'm going to do it again, but I'm going to take a step away from it.
Oh, you think your magnetic forces are changing the wheel spin?
Well, people are saying, "Oh,
spin
it's
it
my
the other
wrist."
way. Spin it the other way.
That's weird. I'll try.
Well,
really? All right, I'll try it on this side.
Figure out.
I can't do it as hard. I don't want to hit my computer.
That's hard enough.
Let's see. What the?
Oh, look at that.
It's stuck on grip sack. It didn't cross over to chamois. Are you kidding me?
We're re-looking at the wheel, folks. We will be re-looking at the wheel.
Yeah, it's stuck on grip sack. It didn't cross that plate.
You don't think there's something wrong, huh, Nick?
We might change up the.
We're gonna have to move them around. Sorry, Gordon. I wish you would have done this study ahead of time to prove that Nick was rigging the wheel.
Man. I just used my opposite hand and spun it from the other side, and it's still.
Maybe it's the location in the building.
What if I just spin it off here off camera and just tell you?
Maybe there's like an old burial ground under the seat you're at or something. It has like a poltergeist force pulling it to the grip sack.
Maybe the wheel is linked into our inventory status, and it says we're really flush on grip sacks right now, and we got to get those out of the building.
Oh my God. I'm telling you.
We
got to get out of here.
Yep. Time to go.
All right,
everybody.
Nick, show. we'll see you guys next week. We'll have some more topics. Hey, send us some more stuff. I mean, you know, I got a couple of posts to look at about ideas for, especially Nick put up some ideas about the Radical Rundown.
Radical Rundown.
Yeah. We'll get some ideas out of that to talk about too.
Excellent. All right. Until next week, we'll see you again. Talk soon.
Talk to you later. Thanks.